So last week, I tried wiring up a smart plug and a basic script to automate my morning coffee.
Oh, I can already see where this is going.
Right. First day, flawless espresso. Second day, well, I had left the mug like maybe half an inch off center the night before.
Oh, no.
Yeah. The script ran perfectly, just dutifully pouring 200 degrees of boiling water directly onto my bare countertop.
That is, wow, that's a rough morning.
It really was.
Mm.
I mean, the execution was flawless, but it lacked the absolute most critical component, which is a feedback loop to, actually realize the mug wasn't there.
Which is the exact wall developers hit when they first start building AI agents.
Exactly.
You give an LLM API access and it just executes blindly. It takes action, sure, but it has zero self-awareness.
Right. And that paradigm shift, moving from blindly prompting an AI to actually engineering an environment where it catches its own errors, is the mission of today's deep dive.
It's such an optimistic space to be in right now.
It really is. We're unpacking Sydney Runkle's piece on the art of loop engineering. For you listening, this is basically a masterclass in loopcraft.
Building dynamic, self-improving systems.
Exactly. Systems that actually help humanity progress.
Yeah.
But before we get into the architecture, a quick shout out. If you are inspired to build these kinds of systems yourself, you should really check out Embersilk.
They do great work.
They really do. Whether you need help with AI training, automation, integration, or, software development, they are absolute pros at uncovering exactly where agents can make the biggest impact for your business or personal life. Check them out at embersilk.com.
So getting back to the baseline, you build the standard agent setup, right?
That first loop.
Yeah. Loop 1, you give an AI a system prompt and access to external tools so it can act until a goal is met.
Like handing a chef a kitchen and a recipe?
Precisely. But as your flooded kitchen proved, just taking action is dangerous. The first thing you realize in production is that models hallucinate, or they misuse tools.
You can't just let an agent run wild on a live database.
You absolutely cannot. So the immediate architectural necessity becomes a verification layer. Loop 2.
Right.
You essentially build an automated grader-like, another model that evaluates the agent's output against a strict rubric before returning it.
Okay, I'll bite because I see this debate like all the time. Doesn't piping every single action through an LLM grader add massive latency?
Oh, totally.
And cost, for that matter?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're waiting an extra 5 seconds for the AI to double-check its own math, doesn't that kind of defeat the instant appeal of the technology?
It absolutely adds latency, but you have to ask yourself what you're actually building here.
Okay.
If you want a fast parlor trick to generate a poem, sure, skip the verification. But if you want an agent you can trust to reconcile your company's financial ledgers or rewrite live code.
You'll happily wait that extra 5 seconds.
Exactly. For guaranteed correctness, the trade-off is entirely worth it. It's about real-world reliability.
Accuracy over speed. That makes sense. But once we have an accurate, verified system, we still have a bottleneck, which is me.
The manual trigger.
All right, I still have to hit go.
And true automation means taking the human out of the trigger mechanism entirely. That's loop 3. Moving to an event-driven architecture.
So wiring it up to the ecosystem.
Yeah, you wire the agent directly in so it listens for specific state changes. Like an updated Jira ticket, a webhook from Stripe, whatever it might be.
So it's just running continuously in the background.
Exactly. Executing those verified workflows at scale.
Okay, so we've got an accurate system, and it's running autonomously. But wait, what happens when the underlying environment changes? Because if it's just running the same prompts forever, it's eventually going to break when an API updates or like the data format shifts.
That is the most fascinating part of Runkle's framework. Loop 4. You don't just leave it static, you build what's called a hill climbing loop.
A hill climbing loop.
Yeah, you essentially deploy an autonomous QA team. Every time the agent runs, it generates an execution trace.
Which is like a step-by-step audit log of its own logic.
Exactly.
Wait, so it's parsing its own failed traces, figuring out where it went off the rails, and tweaking its own system instructions.
Precisely. To avoid that specific error next time, it's an optimization engine.
That's wild.
The analysis agent looks at the failures, isolates the prompt weakness, and literally rewrites the primary agent's configuration for the next run.
Like a genetic algorithm for prompt engineering.
Yes. The system naturally evolves and just gets more robust with every single failure.
That is a massive paradigm shift. I mean, it's not just a tool anymore. It's an environment that manages and improves itself.
It really is.
But, with that level of self-optimization, where do we fit in?
Well, it's actually an incredibly optimistic reality for us. We aren't being replaced, we're being elevated.
I love that. Elevated how?
When the AI handles all the heavy lifting of execution and self-correction, we remain fundamentally in the loop for what matters most.
The strategy.
Right. Providing strategic oversight, exercising human taste, and approving highly sensitive actions. We get to direct the orchestra while the agents tune the instruments.
Directing the orchestra. A true partnership. I love that so much. Well, I want to leave you listening with this thought. If you could design a hill climbing loop to automatically analyze the traces of your daily habits and optimize just one of them over time,
Oh, that's a great question.
what would you choose to continuously improve? Just something to mull over.
That is a fantastic puzzle to think about.
If you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone.
And tomorrow morning, if you're automating your coffee, just make sure you've engineered a feedback loop to check if the mug is actually there.